Alright, what's up, Wolfpack? We got the first recorded lift of the day. Hold on, let me turn this on real quick. There we go. But yeah, we got the first recorded lift of the day. We got new exercise that you guys have never seen me do. We got shoulder press. This is actually also my first time ever doing this machine. We have a plate loaded one downstairs, but that one I really don't like the arm path. I feel like it kind of it almost hinders my arm path. So I kind of want to try this one. This is similar to the one at Planet Fitness. So I'm not expecting like anything crazy. I'm gonna do this instead of my normal kind of makeshift grip, just because I feel like this will probably target a little bit more shoulder. But I'm gonna get this warm-up set out of the way, and then hopefully I got something to talk about. We got 55 pounds on here, by the way. I don't know how much, if that's a lot for me or not, but we'll see. Oh no. Hold on. Let me try this. Here, I gotta get all the settings right. Maybe this make it a little better. Okay. Definitely prefer this arm path over the plate loaded one. Although I do kind of prefer having a plate loaded machine in general. Find it a lot easier to kind of maneuver. Or well, not maneuver, but like easier to load up, easier to kind of figure out what I need to do. But that's more just personal preference than anything. So, one thing I do want to talk about that I honestly forgot to do last video was my friend asked me for my opinion on the artist Che. To the people who don't know, Che is a newer guy in the hip hop scene. He's in the so-called underground. I sound like a loser calling it so-called, but it's not really underground. You know, they have like, if you check on Spotify, they have millions of listeners, and they're pretty popular within the I guess the new gen hip hop fans. But he got mad last video that I didn't give my opinion. So my opinion on Che, besides Rest in Bass, all of his music is dog shit or mid. But there was a Bruce, like if you guys know Bruce Drop 'Em Off, there was a couple Twitch messages he made where it was like Che makes doo-doo water music or something like that. That's kind of my thought. Probably not as harsh. I don't think he makes completely awful music, but he definitely does make music that like besides Rest in Bass, I really don't find a lot of his stuff enjoyable. But that's my opinion. At the end of the day, people will try to make music objective in a sense. They kind of try to make it seem like they're right and their opinion matters more. But at the end of the day, it's a subjective argument. So you listen what do you want to listen to. I'm not gonna get too angry over whatever you want to listen to. And to the people who, might be like, oh, am I a music fan? First of all, yes. Second of all, I listen to a lot of genres. I am mainly like, I know mostly the hip hop scene. Like one guy I've been listening to a lot recently. I'm not listening to him right now, but like last week, all his Slayer's album, Half Blood, was on repeat pretty much every single video that I made. And even the days I wasn't lifting, I basically had his shit on repeat. Like that guy is really talented. He's my age. He's younger than me. Self-produces and is making amazing music. So I don't think a lot of people in my demographic, I feel like a lot of people in my demographic are like 25 or 30 and older. So like you guys probably won't fuck with them. But to my new gen fans, I suggest checking them out. Makes pretty good music. And even though I am kind of mainly, I mainly listen to the hip hop scene. I listen to a lot of other things. Like as I was talking about Che there, I was listening to the Flaming Lips. It was an artist I got put on because I listened to a lot of We Saw the Sun by Lil Yachty, and that band's awesome. They're very very experimental. So if you're more like an experimental rock fan or psych rock, I suggest listening to them. I was I switched the song now. I think it was called Yoshimi Fights the Pink Robots or something like that. Here, let me pull it up. Yeah, Battles the Pink Robots Part 1. Honestly, it's a pretty good song. I feel like as I really got into the hip hop scene and really just started listening to a lot of music in general, I really did kind of just want to switch it up with my music. You know, I if you in my opinion, if you're closed-minded with listening to only certain kinds of music, you really don't get the full thing. You know, like in 2023, I would say I kind of had the mindset of just I'd only listen to a select few artists. People would probably call me a music elitist because of who I listen to. But as I kind of grew up, although it was only in like 2ish years, I kind of realized that there's a lot more to music than just what you listen to. You know, people will go on to be like, oh, this year was bad for music, but most of the time they really only are listening to what they normally listen to. Like switch up at least some of the music you listen to. I'm not saying you have to like it, but at least switch it up. Like since I've kind of moved to college, I've been a lot more on like my indie rock and like in grunge, which most of it I don't enjoy. I'll admit that, but there's a couple good songs out there. So please at least diversify, even if it's not like your cup of tea. At least listen to it and give it an honest rating. You can be biased. I'm not going to say you can't, but at least give it an honest listen through and give your raw opinion. Anyways, I'm going to. Oh wait, I already moved it from the warm-up set. I'm going to do the first working set. I don't really know how heavy this is going to be for me, but we got it on 100 for now. Since this is really kind of my first time hitting this one here, kind of just feeling it out. I'm gonna try my best to, go to failure like normal. But if I start getting to like 10 plus reps, I'll probably end it a little bit before failure, just because that's how I kind of run. And if it's like way too light, I'll probably just say that was another warm up set. Nothing too big. It's not going to affect me in the long run. All right. That was a good weight for me to pick. I'm kind of got lucky on the weight I selected there. Well, I think I did like 5.5 reps, maybe 4.5. So overall, I'm pretty happy. That's kind of the range I like to be in. So not mad at all. Also, fun fact about my health. I mean, it's not like too crazy, but ever since I've started kind of doing cardio regularly, and when I mean regularly, I mean just having, last week I did it 2 times the entire week. still zone 2, still an hour long. So not like the most intensive thing in the world, but like since Saturday, which is when I hit my last hour of cardio, I have like a blister on my foot. So it's low key like really annoying to step on my left foot now. I'm hoping that as time kind of goes on, it's almost like a callus where like, you know, you notice it and then it kind of just becomes a part of your body, and that it's not really a big deal anymore. Or maybe it'll just go away in general, which I'm fine with either or. But if it's going to keep being like this, I might switch up the cardio. But as of now, I am enjoying kind of doing the cardio, which that actually reminds me, I was going to talk about this earlier. But I'm starting to realize that I'm like addicted to the gym at this point. Like I was reflecting on previous classes, and like mainly my business law class, like the entire time, or like all my downtime, I spend pretty much all of it glazing my workout, like my workout program and my physique to Claude. Like I remember I was I want to say a week or two ago, probably a week ago, I was saying like I train harder than Mike Metzer. And I obviously don't. If you guys know, you know, he definitely trains trained way harder than I did, and that. But for some reason, I just do that, and then I also would say like if my nutrition was on point, I'd look like prime Ronnie Coleman. Like I'm just making up like complete lies, but like I really started to realize that like a lot of my downtime, I'm just thinking about the gym. And like especially today, I was like realizing, I was like, I really need another hobby outside of the gym. Which, you know, some people say this isn't a hobby. I think when you make it more of an enjoyment based activity, it's more of a hobby. But you know, that's my opinion there. Can't really say otherwise. But I like to golf, but golf is only like a certain time of the year, and it's expensive, which I don't really have the funds right now. So I'm really trying to find a new hobby, like because a lot of my time is really just spent on my phone or on my computer. Mainly I should preface this, my free time. My free time is mostly spent on my phone or on my computer, which I'm not a big fan of. You know, I'd like to at least be able to do something, preferably outdoors, that I can do either by myself or with people, but preferably by myself. So I really need to find another hobby. But yeah, I'm gonna finish off this last set here. We still got 100 pounds, just because I felt like that was a really good range for me. I'm gonna try and push myself to get more than what I got. I'm gonna go with 5.5 is what I went, just so I can kind of push myself a little harder. Hopefully, I don't know, but I'm pretty happy with this. This is now added. We're taking out the plate loaded one, which, you know, stinks, but the arm path is much better on this one. So that's the plate loaded machine's fault for having a shitty arm path. All right. Wait. Let me straighten out real quick. We're ending it off right there. In total, if we count all those as kind of a set, I think I did like 6. Could be more, could be less. I'll be honest, I kind of wasn't really counting completely right once I kind of repositioned after those first 2 reps. But overall, really happy with this set. And I'll turn back on the camera when I got another exercise ready. Alright, what's up, Wolfpack? We got the last recorded set of the lift. We're gonna do tricep push downs or tricep extensions. Just gonna start with the warm-up weight. Hopefully I got something to talk about. Off the dome right now, I don't really have much. So hopefully, we'll see. But we got 27.5 pounds on the cable. Just do however many I feel like. Okay, that should be good for now. Bump it up to 62.5 for now. Nothing crazy. One thing I guess I could talk about is just kind of just my everyday business. You guys will eventually see it when I have that day in the life fully set up and fully like I'm good with it. If you can't tell, I didn't film it today. But I really am hoping that tomorrow, because it's my easiest day of the entire week outside of like my weekend, I'm hoping that I can really kind of hunker it down. I'm gonna spend a little bit of time once I'm out of here, just really trying to figure out how I want to film it and kind of all that, because so far I've kind of just been filming however I feel like, and then I get back and then I'm like, I don't know how I feel about it. But like, I've been procrastinating a lot, which, you know, is much worse, or well, it's a bad thing. I shouldn't say much worse. It's just a bad thing in general. Like, I know I'd said I was gonna compile all the 30 days from me going to failure. I was going to compile that all down into one shortened video to make it a little bit easier for newer people to watch, so that they're not spending hours. Like, if they were to watch the series from start to finish, I feel like it would probably be a good, like, I don't know, 16 hours. Like, it was a lot. So I really wanted to compile it down. But I'll be honest, I haven't even started editing, which, you know, isn't ideal, considering I've been done with it for over a week now. I don't know. I feel like when it comes to stuff where I kind of am more like a leader in the aspect, I'm a lot more willing to procrastinate. And I don't really know why. Like, compared to like if I were to work at a job or work for a company, I'm very much I would say I'm much more proactive when I'm working for somebody than compared to when I'm working for myself. And I really think if I really want to pursue like something like this, I really kind of need to kind of fix that habit. So, first of all, sorry in advance for not editing. I don't know how many people who watch me currently watch it or would watch it, but, you know, obviously some people would probably want to watch it and not watch every single episode. So I'm sorry. I can't say I will edit it tonight, but my goal is to spend about, I don't know, 2-ish hours at least sometime this week on editing that video. So, you know, maybe that doesn't seem like much in the long run. Or, well, it doesn't seem like much as I'm saying it. But compared to where I'm at, it is infinitely more. You know, like I have like a 0.1 Like I'd probably be spending like 5-6 minutes max editing a video, and now I'm gonna be spending 2 hours. Like if you think about it, there's a lot more effort a lot more effort out of me being put in. So hopefully I keep up with kind of my word here, and I'll let you guys know if I do. I'll keep it updated. But I really feel like more than ever, I really feel like I've been almost sabotaging myself in terms of just my activity. It's 10. I'll be fine. As per usual, I have only 2 exercises with an hour left. It's not like it takes too long. Whew. Oh, one thing I was actually thinking of, I was doing some research on this today. I kind of want to be a fitness coach. I feel like that'd be low-key awesome. Like a lot of the people who I watch in this fitness space are coaches. Like I watch Mundy, TNF, Jacob Ostreicher, I think is his name. Like those 3 guys are probably the people I watch the most. And then I watch the Trent Twins, but like that's like the one exception. But like a lot of these guys, they coach, and they have a much deeper understanding of like why we do certain movements and stuff. And I feel like as someone who kind of is in the fitness space, I should have a better understanding than what I have right now. Like the more and more I've really just gotten into fitness in general, the more and more I've kind of realized I really don't know much, which, you know, I always say, you know, be egotistical. But like, it's a really humbling experience once you realize how little you actually know. But yeah. But I was looking at like the certification for it, and like if I want to get like a lifetime certification where I don't have to repay to get recertified, it's like $400-$500, which I don't really have $400-$500 right now. But I really feel like that's something I would enjoy doing. So if I ever do get that, if I ever do get my certificate, if I do, it'd probably be this year. I shouldn't say that. I don't know enough to say that it would be this year. But it would be sometime in the recent future. You know, I'll let you guys know, and then you can get coaching advice from me. Just saying. Anyways, I kind of went on a little bit of a big rant there for a little bit. So I'm going to get this first working set out. We got 62.5 pounds on the cable. We'll go to close to failure. I don't know how close I'll be. My elbows were feeling a little funky on the first tricep exercise, so we'll see. You guys will see how hard I push myself. But I'm really trying to lock down on my form right now over anything. I feel like my form's been a little rocky since I've started going to failure. All right. Okay, running off right there. Not sure if you guys could see, but I feel like my elbows were a lot more closer to my torso than my sets prior to this. Like, this is more of a recent thing But yeah, it's more of a recent thing, but I've really just been trying to lock down on the form, which is kind of why I didn't like the arm path on the plate loaded shoulder press that we have downstairs. Which I don't even like filming downstairs in general, I'll be real. Like compared to up here, it's so much more busier, And like one of my things with the camera is I really don't like to have it in the way. You know, I'd much rather it kind of be in its place where no one's not really gonna, you know, it's not gonna be too much of a nuisance to where people, you know, need to walk around it. Which, you know, I can't say I'm doing a good or bad job, but like right now, this is in like a little corner. But yeah, like that downstairs area in general, I really don't like to film. Like every once in a while, I still will. It's not like I'm never gonna film down there, but if I can do it up here, I'll do it up here. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, I went on another rant there. But I really am trying to hunker down on the form, in hopes that kind of I can just build out my frame a little better. Like one thing I've really been, this is more for my back, but as I was doing my unilateral lat pull down, I really kind of try to keep my arm like somewhat parallel with my torso, because usually when I'm doing my unilateral, I'm more like this, which isn't bad. I'm still gonna hit my back, but this, I feel like I'm targeting my back a lot more, or I'm isolating my back a little more, which is kind of why I'm trying it. I could be wrong on that one. That one, I do not know enough information to say you will target more back, but based on what I'm thinking and, you know, what I've heard, I feel like I'll probably target a little bit more back. So that's kind of the thought process behind it. Yeah. What else do I gotta say? The bulk. I still am working on the macros. I think I am gonna go closer to what I was talking about last video, where I'm gonna be a little closer to like 160 grams of protein instead of 200. Like I was really thinking about it, and I don't think I really need 200 grams of protein for a calorie surplus. And I really am. I don't know. I'm hoping the effort that I put into thinking of the proper macros for this will really like show. Although I'll just be fat, you know, I'm really hoping that in some sense I'm at least somewhat stronger or somewhat more built, whether it's just overall frame or how my frame looks, or muscle gain. That might be the same thing. But yeah, I'm hoping in some sense that the bulk will build that. If not, so be it. You know, at the end of the day, I'm not always going to be 100% on point every single time. But, you know, I'm going to go for the cut afterwards, which that might even be even harder than the bulk for me. But I'm going to try it, you know, and then we'll see how I look. But that's going to be like probably half a year to a year away. I don't know how long I'm going to do either of these. I'm thinking probably 3 or 4 months each, but I also kind of want to, I'm considering if I want to give myself enough time to like really get into the bulk and then really get into the cut. But I don't know. You know, like I said, I've never really done a bulk or a cut. I've really just kind of ate whatever I wanted to eat and called it good there. But, you know, I am really hoping that a bulk and a cut will kind of fill this frame out. That's really it. You know, nothing like too crazy, but, you know, I definitely want to at least look somewhat better. You know, it's good for this little thing we got going on here, and you know, it's good for your health. You know, like I've said, basically every video I've talked about my food, my nutrition, and my food intake. I have a really bad diet. I eat burgers and fries pretty much every day, so like diet's out the window in terms of health. But, you know, I'm hoping, like I said, with something like this, hopefully I'm a little bit more disciplined, and maybe I'll learn something about nutrition since I'm working on my nutrition. Also, I was going to say this at the start of the video, but I completely forgot about it until now. I just wanted to say thank you guys for the support recently. I know it's a little late in the video now. Like, I'm basically near the end at this point. But this past week has been some of the most views that I've gotten. So I truly want to say thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for, you know, just willing to give me some of your time just to hear what I got to say, you know. At the end of the day, that this is your decision to sit down and watch my video, even if it's only for 10 seconds, 30 seconds, out, full video, whatever. You still are taking that time out of your day to click on the video. So really, it means a lot to me. Thank you. Hopefully you guys are still enjoying the content. Yeah, that was really all I had to say on that. But also, similar to how I was talking about the music at the start of today's video, if you guys have some topics you'd want me to hear me discuss about, leave it down in the comments, and if I know something about it, which I probably will, considering you're watching me, we probably have a similar interest. But if I know something and have my opinion on it, I'll give you my opinion. So, yeah. And I'll probably throw your comment up like somewhere in the video, wherever I actually answer the question. Similar to how I did the Q&A a while back ago. But I'm gonna finish this set off. I've been talking for too long at this point. We got 52.5. Wait, I'm actually gonna move that up. I did more than enough last time. Okay, we got 72.5. It was actually 62.5 for the first set. I said 52.5 before I started this, but it was actually 62, and now we bumped it up to 72. We'll see if the form's still good. I hope so. I'm gonna try and push it to keep the form good, but we'll see. Okay, running it off right there. I was feeling my right elbow kind of flaring out a little bit more than I want it to be. So maybe I could have done more with worse form, but like I said, form's kind of a priority right now. Anyways, that's the end of the video. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe, and share it with your favorite friends and coworkers. If you want to follow me on other platforms, there'll be a link tree in the description. Make sure you do your laundry. Love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.